Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are live with Jesse Vega in the house. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Papa,
so much.
for being on the show. We were having
Thank you.
fun in the green room, talking shit. He was giving me makeup ideas and
I
everything
was.
to get rid of the blackheads because Margie likes to play with them all the time. So he told me to use avocado creams and what was that other cream you said?
I mean, all those creams that can moisturize and take all the blackheads out.
Yeah, not that protein one. I don't mess
Yeah.
with that protein.
No,
one.
no, not
okay,
that one.
Okay, we good. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, this is the way the show is. We have a sense of humor. This is my buddy right here.
I love him.
Okay,
He's amazing.
he's cool, and everything. I love his music and everything. Anyway, Jesse, where you from? Where you represent? And tell the world who you from. Where you at?
Well, I'm from the Bronx, BX.
Yes.
You know, most all the Puerto Ricans.
Where the Junkies play, not the Yankees.
No.
The Junkies.
So I'm from the Bronx. All my family grew up in Alexander Avenue, Brooklyn Boulevard, right there. All my family was chilling at.
Okay.
I was actually raised in the projects. How wonderful is that,
Yeah,
right?
the project food is the best.
There's nothing wrong with
When
that.
they make the
Condoms in the elevator. all
Yeah,
that great
piss. Yeah, you
Just
know.
beautiful. It's smelling all that reefer.
Yeah, they had a
all
party
that.
on the 7th floor. You can smell the piss
All
and
that
the
good
marijuana.
stuff.
All of
that.
it. All of it.
And
all
arroz
of
con
it.
gandules,
That's
steaming
it.
all the way in the hallway.
That's it. Your mother making you pour the oil through the garbage container.
It's all that stuff.
I
It's
love
all
the
that stuff.
projects.
Yeah, the projects. I was there raised for the first 12 years of my childhood, and then we moved to a house. So we got Caucasian after I turned 12.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You sold out.
Yeah, that was it.
Once you stop getting that welfare cheese, forget about it.
And
You go
yeah.
from hello to hi there. How are you?
That's exactly how.
Government cheese? I dare not. I use boar's head.
That's exactly what happened. So we both moved to the house for another 10 years of my life,
Okay.
and just been in the Bronx ever since. I'm waiting until I get to that level so I could be seeing the view of Central Park.
Oh, okay, all right. Hey, listen, you keep up with your music, you're gonna get up there because let me tell you something. I saw some of your videos on YouTube. You know, I know we can't play all of them, but there was one where you were singing and you was like all into because he was like.
Which one is that one? Which one is that one?
You did a show, the gala show, something like that. It's called. And you were like, da. I was like, this guy got
Bryce, you wanna have
pizzazz. You got
so
pizzazz.
many
You got some
videos.
pizzazz,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You got some pizzazz. So you get out the projects, you move into the house. What part in your life that you thought you sat back and said, you know what, I want to sing, I want to perform? Where did you come up with that? What gave you the motivation to do that?
Well, it's funny because what happened was when I was a teenager, I always was writing down music and doing poetry and things like that. But I would keep it in the back burner. It wasn't something like I was telling the family and friends, like, oh, look, I wrote this. It was something I would just like therapy, flush it out. But when it started, I used to do a lot of cover videos. Okay. So I used to do a lot of cover music videos. And I did it for about for like a good 10 years with one of my best friends. And it took me some time because I was so stuck in that world of trying to be somebody else, of doing other covers. This was around the time when YouTube started being big.
Okay.
So, in the LGBT community, I was like very big in the community because I used to do a lot of cover videos, and a lot of them know me as like the male J-Lo because I used to do a lot of J-Lo cover videos.
Oh, okay.
So I started as a dancer.
Okay.
I know all her
So you were
choreography.
JV from the block.
No, I was actually J-Ho.
Okay, J-Ho from the block.
That's my
He
statement.
was a ho, hello.
But without the E, though.
Okay.
Without the E. So it was like more J-H-O.
He was like J-Ho.
Yeah, J-Ho.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's how it was. So that was like my stage name. And it's always been like my stage. It's like they was like, why J-Ho? I was like, just say it's like La Loca. It's like very La Loca. That's like my ultimate persona. When I get on stage, I'm very like high energy, in your face, very eccentric.
You're like George Michael's on steroids.
Yeah, that's
Wake
it.
me up before you go.
Yeah, that's
They
it.
call me J-Ho.
That's it.
That's
how
it, right?
it was.
Just let it out there.
Very energetic, and that's what everybody loved about me is because I was just not afraid to be who I am.
Yeah.
And just do what I gotta do and do what I love to do since I was young. So that's how I started doing the videos. Like
Now
that.
you mentioned something about when you in the LBGTA whatever BC community. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because it changed when I was growing up. It was the gay community.
And that's what it's like LGBT.
Now it's the LBGTXYZ community.
We
Whatever.
just get all the
We're all
alphabets.
humans. There's all love here. There's
Yeah.
all love here. That's all it is.
Get all the alphabets.
What I
So-
notice about it is that they do, when you see like the transvestites when they put on shows and everything, they always doing cover songs.
The drag queens.
Yes, the drag queens. I'm sorry, the drags.
Get those right.
They're always doing cover music. I mean, I watched The Birdcage, one of my greatest movies I've ever watched. And they all do cover. Why do they always start?
Nostalgia, Rafi.
Yeah. So why do they always do cover?
Because some of them can't sing. I mean, that's just, some of them just cannot, like, would want to go out there to sing.
Right.
And it's no, like they say in the community, no shade to anybody, but most of them are just there to create an illusion, to do the greats, like Whitney Houston, Mariah, Patti LaBelle, all those. So they're there to create an illusion for you, to take you to a whole new world of doing these great artists' music and to lip sync.
Right.
That's where the lip syncing come from, to create that persona of female embodiment.
Okay, so now when you did the cover videos, did that help you put into your persona when you do your music?
It did help me a lot, because when I started doing the cover videos, shout out to my best friend, Roberto Rabasa, who used to do the videos. He used to do all my videos at that time, doing covers. What happened was, when I started to do the videos, it gave me the position to be like, oh wow, I get to like showcase my talent, and I have my best friend, who, mind you, who's straight, and we've been friends since to this day, that he believed in my craft, he believed in my talent, that he wanted everybody to see my dancing, my acting, all the things that I love to do. That it took me some time, 10 years from when I was 17 to now, to finally do my own thing. And if it wasn't for my mother and father, who was like, we love doing the covers, we love you doing that, but what is Jessie Vega? What is, we know that's J-Ho, but what's Jessie?
Yeah, they wanted to see the real you. They wanted you to come out and do your own thing.
Yeah.
Because in this business, you have a lot of copycats. A lot of people won't admit it. There's a lot of copycats out there. I mean, regardless if you're straight or gay or whatever, there's a lot of copycats, because you always have one artist that's trying to outdo the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give you an example, and I love them both. Lady Gaga and Madonna. Madonna came out with Like a Virgin, and she did all the cone things and the Vogue videos and everything. And then Lady Gaga comes out like she went to Western Beef and bought her dress over there to outdo her and everything.
At the meatpacking district.
And the meatpacking district. And then you had Nicki Minaj one time coming in there looking like Candyland and everything, or Candy Crush characters on. So everybody's always trying to outdo the other.
But you know what it is, Rafi? It's, I think what confuses everybody when they're like, oh, it's copying. It's, you know what it is? We already, like your generation, my generation, it's like when we see new artists, it's like, oh, but that's already been done before. Yeah. Like, I've seen it, been there, done that. But when there's like new generation, that's why with music, for me, I always say like artists like Madonna and Mariah and all those, they always have like this 10-year mark.
Yeah.
After 10 years, it's like we're trying to flesh out new blood.
Yeah.
So that's why there's like this Ariana Grande, they say there's the new Mariah, but nobody's ever going to be the next Mariah or the next Madonna. It's a new generation. Yeah. And it's sad because it's like, now I'm 28. And I'm like, damn, I was into like the world of Britney and Christina and J-Lo. Now we got Camila Cabello, we got Selena Gomez, we got Lady Gaga, we got all these. So it's like everybody is a new generation that everybody needs, Right. So after 10 years, it's like, that's it.
All right, so let me ask you this. You're part of the gay community. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you so
I'm proud
much.
that you're out and everything. We were speaking in the green room.
I've been out since I was 2 years old.
There you go. Listen, he came out playing with Barbie dolls. He was like, "Hello, Barbie."
Actually, no, microphones.
Microphones?
It never those toys.
I could imagine how you came out.
No, I know.
I could imagine how you came out. You took that microphone and you was like, first I was afraid, I was petrified.
Right,
I know, you will survive.
Right, that's exactly it.
There you go. Do your thing. Nobody gives a shit.
I was actually excited to come on Raw is Ready. That's what it is?
Yes, right.
Yeah, I almost thought it was like a porn site. I was like, I'm ready.
See? Here you see, and you say straight men got bad minds? Look at him. He was like, oh my God.
I said, I'm going to be on
Raw and Ready. This is so nice. Look at the microphone, Raw and Ready. Really nice.
Raw and Ready. Most of the community does it Raw and Ready.
He got the high heel Timbs. If I was gay, I'd wear these motherfuckers. These shits is hot. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of that, even Prince he was short, he used to wear all these high heels.
Yeah, Prince was like, what, 4'2"?
Yeah.
But he was a bad motherfucker. Let me ask you a question, because there's like a urban legend. Like, you guys can detect another gay person. Is that real? Is that real?
It is real. It is.
Was Prince gay?
You know, that's a very interesting question. You're asking me this because it's so hard.
I
bro.
know, like he played tricks on people, right?
You know what? It's hard for me because it's like if I sit in a room with Prince fans, they will like kind of like defend him. I just feel like maybe he loved sex.
And no matter what it was.
And he didn't like that label shit.
Right.
He was just very into loving
He'll
your
make
body,
love,
loving yourself.
He'll
And
make love to a dove.
yeah,
That's
I
why
think
doves cry.
he had his right. He had his wife. His wife.
Yeah.
Was it Apollonia?
No, he had a whole bunch of women. He had Apollonia. He had at one time I think he was messing around with what's her face? Apollonia Vanity. He had Sheila Easton. He had all these people, but at the same time, you're looking at him like, yo, Prince, you're confusing me here. But
that's why he was such a good artist.
The reason why I bring this up is because people judge you for what you look like or what you are without knowing who you are. I'm going to give you a prime example. Everybody thought, oh, Prince was gay, Prince this, Prince that, Prince this, Michael Jackson this, Michael Jackson that. And when he died, the first people who cried are the ones that criticized him. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, all these comedians that spoke about Michael Jackson, that talked about Prince, when they died, it was like, oh my God, we lost one of ours. He wasn't yours when he was alive. When he was alive, you made fun of him. You talked about him. Marilyn Manson has one of the highest IQs in this planet. And, oh, he's a devil worshiper. He's this, he's that. Listen to what this man sings.
But he's very creative.
Listen to what he says. You know, when you listen to it, I'm like,
that's what makes them a good artist.
The beautiful people.
Yeah.
And you listen to what he's saying, you're like, wow, that's some deep shit. You know what I'm saying? George Michaels. Everybody's like, oh, when he came out, everybody's like, ah, let me tell you something. This man was the only white man that if you closed your eyes, you would never knew he was white with the way he sang.
No.
He was into R&B. Everybody thought, no, he's pop. George Michael was an R&B artist.
Yeah.
He won an R&B award for the Billboard Music Award and beat out Bobby Brown, Prince, Michael Jackson. This guy was talented.
He had a very beautiful voice.
The guy was. Did you see his documentary, Freedom?
I didn't get to see his documentary, but I'm
watch
aware
it, dude. Watch it. I can understand exactly what's coming. All right, so now,
but going back to when you say Prince, I would say, like I said, I think he was just he loves sex, and I mean, he's fine. I mean.
Boy, Prince, if you was alive right now,
I'd say Prince.
Jesse would have made you cry like the doves. He would have given you purple rain all over the place. All right, plain and simple. Now, you doing the cover videos. You're out now. You're out of the projects. You're flamboyant. You're very talented and everything. What made you become Jesse Vega?
Well, I mean, after fighting with my father to get my last name.
Oh, okay.
All right. My father was a Puerto Rican man. He didn't want to put my last name, money situation. You know,
okay.
Puerto Rican
we
man.
Wait till you're 18.
Yeah. Yeah. My mother was like, get a last name. And I was like, it's those checks, Mom, right? It's those checks.
It's the checks. It's the checks. Exactly.
But when I finally, inherited my father's last name, it was a very interesting thing because, I've learned that from my father's side, they were all musicians. Yeah. My father was very into like the congas, and some of his brothers were into like the guitar. Like I learned that on my father's side, they were very musical, and even my mother too. But she never really delved into it like that.
Yeah.
My father, he wanted it to be like the center of attention, the stage, and then my mother, she was just wanted to just make music. So it was in my blood, but I never really thought of it like that. Until after I started to really like listen to my mom and not be as stubborn. My father was like, do your music. You have the potential. You can do it. But there was always other people, even family and friends, where they were like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this music, Jesse?
What's funny? I don't mean to
go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I have to say this before it leaves my mind because I'm getting old. So if I say something now, I'll forget it in 2 seconds. What you just said about your mother and your father, the song Dove's Cry came into my head. Maybe I'm just like my father or like my mother. She's never satisfied.
Right.
Like you said, you're a musician.
Yeah,
your father was a musician. You took after your father at some point where you're going out there and you're doing your music. And your mom's like, it's true, you're never satisfied because you're always trying to do better. Yeah. People don't understand. People like us in entertainment, we're very selfish. We need more. You know, we need to outdo what we did last time. You know,
to be better.
To be better. I mean, especially when you're doing a talk show, you got to make sure that everything is different every week. You know, and you got to keep your ratings up and everything. But going back to you, you know, with your music, with your father and your mother, all she wanted to do was write music. She wasn't into the shining.
Yeah, she was not into that. She was very like, she loved the music. She was, and speaking of Prince, she was a big fan of Prince.
I'm telling you.
And Celine Dion and all those.
Can I read or can I read?
You can read.
I can read.
Read, darling.
I told you I wasn't nosy. I know what my mother was a bruja.
Yeah.
I picked that up from her.
But, you know, it's funny because, you know, after my father died, God bless his soul, he died in 2014. When he passed away, I started to get all these melodies and started to like be like, when I would write a song, it was like, oh, I could get this. Okay, I know how to do this. Okay, I know this harmony. I know what I want to put. But before, when he was alive, it was like a sheet was over my eyes.
Yes.
And it was so hard to like telling my mom, no, I know I could do that, but I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to do music. I don't want to do that. I want to do covers. And she's like, but you have the potential. You have the potential. And then when my father passed, it was like I inherited something from him.
Yep.
Spiritually. Like, it was like, you got it. Now I'm going to give you the, you know, when you write a song, you're going to get this melody. You're going to get this harmony. You could write, now I could write like songs like at the top of my head. And I'm like, but 5-10 years ago, I was never like that. Yep. So I was like, what was it? Like, did she just leave?
Round of applause.
For that.
I'm actually very in the same boat as you are. Like, my dad passed away in 2012, and my dad was a performer. He was a musician. He was a comedian. He made people laugh. My father was the life of the party. He was a pro wrestler. And the only thing I regret is that he can't see what I'm doing now. I know he's watched the R&R show when I was coming up, but not the way that has evolved now. You understand what I'm saying? So even though one of my biggest regrets is I never learned how to play an instrument like he did. So I started DJing online, started putting music together, started putting a SoundCloud out there, and people started picking up. And then being a comedian on stage, which I was fortunate enough to have my father see me perform on stage. It was one of my biggest highlights of my career. And talking about what I'm talking about his story, my mother's story, my father was like, wow, he's doing it the way it's supposed to be done. Then I get into wrestling because of him, because it was to honor him. And I was only supposed to do one match. That's all it was. Charles can tell you, one match. We worked out for one match. A year and months later, I'm working for a great company here in the Bronx, the BWF, and I'm half of the tag team champions.
Wow, congrats.
So it's like, you're like, damn, Dad, why didn't this come when you were alive? Why did it have to come? Sometimes people say it's because of guilt. I don't think it was guilt. To me, it was like when the time was ready.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like you said, your beats started coming to you.
Yeah.
Your melodies. Well, with the show, with the music, with the wrestling, then if I come up with this character with his name and change it, you know,
it's like he lives in us.
Yeah.
Our fathers live in us.
Exactly.
Very emotional time.
So now you're out there. You got your, you know, with your family, and you're out, and you're making your music. How did you feel when you wrote your first song?
Okay, so it's so funny because when my first record came out, I actually was co-written with another songwriter, because at that time when I got signed to like this chippy whack ass label that was not even a label, Frozen in Time, where them niggas were frozen in time.
Yeah.
So
all they had was a label.
Yeah, but I was dealing with these people to do like a music, and then I got with the songwriter where I told myself I want to do a song about telling the people that don't mold me in a box, don't put me in this predicament because you only see me that I'm good in this. Because everybody used to see me when I first started, I was an actor and dancer, and I did a lot of theater, so they was like, you know, this music thing is, you know, where's this music coming from? You know, I know you could perform, and I know you could dance your ass off, but like, where's this music? You know, you're not like vocally equipped to do that, so why do that? So I was like, I know I could do this music, and I know I want to do it because there's something that I have to do. This is what I want to do as an artist. So make a song for me. I don't know how it's gonna be, but do it. The next day he was like, oh, I can't. I was dreaming. I heard you singing this song, I'm gonna show you. And you hear like the chorus like, now I can see it clearer, I feel it nearer, it's all about me. So he heard my voice and he was like, I know this is your song, I know this is your song. So then he played the song, he sang the song a cappella, and he was like, let's do the song. I was like, I want it. And it's funny, Ralph, because when he did that melody, I went back home and I was like, that's funny how the song's called I'm Gonna Show You, because my first ever record that I loved since I was a kid was Show Me from the Cover Girls.
Oh, okay. You're a freestyle fan.
Yeah, so I burned that song. So shout out to my aunt Evelyn Martinez and my mother, where they used to be in the projects, listen to freestyle. So it's funny because the melody that little chorus part, when I would hear Show Me, when it would go to, now that my mother warned me, so that part, I was like, yo, this is fucking crazy how this songwriter dreamt about that little part of a melody that's called, that he's gonna tell, I'm gonna show you. I had no recollection that Show Me, my favorite song that I grew up in, was kind of like the same thing. And so I was like, this is my song. Yeah. This is so my song. So we named it. He was like, I said, let's just name it I'm Gonna Show You. And then when I called my mother and I was like, Ma, it's funny that the melody, just that little part, sounds the same type of melody of just that second verse of the Cover Girl Show Me. And she's like, wow, then it was meant for your song. Yeah. And it was one of my favorite things. So that's how the first song came out. And we co-wrote it. And when I put it out for the first time, I was so nervous because I was like, oh my God, no one's going to love it. Nobody love it. But I think because it was so new and it was the anticipation, they were like, let's see what this motherfucker could put out. Let me see what's this shit that he's talking about, this music, he's so serious. Let me see. And it was funny because like a lot of people started buying it, and it was like one of my most streamed songs. Yeah,
that's great. Listen. What's the name of the track we're going to be putting on for him, Charles? Because I know you have it already. I know you've shown it before on the LDM show, but we're going to put on another song here. I'm going to show you.
Yeah, that's my first record.
Okay, listen. You see, I was trying to play stupid, but I knew he was there. All right? It's called I'm Going to Show You by Jesse Vega. Yes. Jesse, there's a lot more we got to talk about after this video. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after the video, if you want to give us a call at 347-640-3920. That's 347-640-3920. You can ask Jesse a question. You can ask me a question. Or you just want to give a shout out to somebody. Shout out to like LaQuisha and Ja Rule and all them people. Just
gentlemen callers, calling, darling.
Yes, he's waiting. He's hot and single. Hello.
Gentlemen callers.
All right. Introduce your video.
So this is video of the song. Is it the song?
It's a video, right?
It's a video? Oh. Okay. So I think is this the Take It Away or the Show You?
Show You.
Show You. Okay. So this is my video called I'm Gonna Show You. So let me show you.
It's Jesse Vega on the R&R Show. We'll be right back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the R&R Show. We are back here with Jesse Vega. Jesse is a real bad person.
I know. That was on commercial break. You ain't gonna get that.
He was on. He's. I'm gonna get in trouble when I get home. I'm gonna say. Well, anyway, I'll show you. You showed the world in that video. Great video.
Thank you. It was actually directed and edited by Alberto Rabasa.
Listen, you got some dance moves. You got the voice. Beautiful dancers with you and everything.
Thank you.
You really put. What I like about when we get artists. They come onto the show and they put out videos that, really show the people what they can do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I know it costs money. I know it costs money to make videos. I understand that. But even if you're a good artist, you could take a budget of $300 or $3,000 or $30 and just go out there and make it the best that you can do.
Learning yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Like, don't try to depend on people who's gonna hustle you for $500 freaking dollars.
$500 freaking dollars
or $5,000 for a video where you could just get a regular Canon, Nikon, and have someone here, look, can you carry my camera and do angles and close-up?
That's all it is.
Invest on your own project, because nowadays we ain't got money. If not, stroll on the streets.
Yes. Yeah. Or you can come to LDM Studios. Yeah,
that's it.
And for a couple of hours and a great price that only Charles knows, you can make a music video here. We could put you in front of New York. We could put you in front of anywhere. Hey, we could even put you in front of the R&R Show. You never know. Okay?
It's hard out there.
All right, so now the video came out. Great video.
Thank
love the music. Love the dancing. you and I were talking a couple of weeks ago when you were on the LDM show. You've done the Gay Pride show in Jackson Heights.
Yes, the Queen's Pride.
The Queen's Pride, yes. Are you going to perform again, hopefully, this year?
Yes, I am.
You got to let me know, because I only live a few blocks away.
June 3rd, I will be there again performing at Club Evolution, which is DJ Eddie Cruz.
That's on 70...
I don't know. Maybe
no. I know it. I know the club.
I live on.
That's actually on 77th Street and Roosevelt Avenue.
Yes.
All right.
Ding, ding. Can we get an applause on that?
Yeah, can we get an applause, Charles? Can we get an applause or something, please? Hello. Club Evolution, 77th Street and Roosevelt. Is right across the street from the Taco Bell place. I mean, the tattoo place.
I really could have some of that
I know. Their tacos, like, they open until like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, but there's not that many of them out here, though.
No, when you go to Club Evolution, you'll have one on every corner.
After I sweat, then I'll be out there at Taco Bell.
Right in front of PLS 24-hour check cashing. There's one right there.
Yeah, if you don't have coins, you better take your coins out, darling.
No, because let me tell you something. Listen, everybody who knows me knows I got no hair on my tongue. I'm going to make fun of anybody and anybody. I don't care if you're gay, straight, black, Chinese, white, purple, yellow, blue, green, whatever. I'm going to make fun of anybody. And let me tell you something. When I used to work in my old job, I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning to leave my house at 3:30 to go catch the 7 train.
Damn.
That's when you guys were coming out of Evolution in the middle of the night to buy tacos. I saw the biggest tranny I've ever seen in my life. Drag queen. Drag queen. He was huge, and he's ordering tacos. This guy, he didn't even have his high heels on. He had them in his hands. And he goes into the taco stand, and he goes, and I swear to God, he looked like a freaking woman. I thought it was like, that's a tall woman. I swear to God. And he goes, yo quiero 3 tacos de lengua. I was like, oh, shit. And just keep walking. I was like, nasty thoughts, nasty thoughts, nasty thoughts.
It's crazy.
Yo, but let me tell you, it's a fun festival
place.
because I live there. I live in the neighborhood, and it's every summer. They close off 37th Avenue and the block between Roosevelt Avenue and 37th Avenue. That's where they have all the performances. Let me tell you something. You guys can party.
Oh, yeah.
You guys party. I mean, there's been great performances. Last year, my fiance missed it. She had to go home early. But this year, honey, stay a little longer. You got to see what these guys can do. The food they sell out there is incredible.
Oh, yeah. It's a great place.
All types of Spanish food, Greek food, music. There's contests. There's all kinds of stuff.
And then you see all different artists on different walks of life, you know. I mean, I'm so glad to even go there for this year, performing at Queen's Pride Club Evolution, hosted by Larissa Dumas, who's a legendary drag queen who's been doing so many hosting events for more years than I even came out in the Piers and all that other stuff. So shout out to Eddie Cruz, Larissa Dumas for having me at the Queen's Pride. I'm actually performing a remix of one of my LGBT anthem songs, Beat Your Face.
Beat Your Face. Well, listen, before we go, where can people find you?
Yes, so you guys can find me all over social media, which is on Twitter and Instagram at Jesse Vega, JESSEV3GA. I also have my own website, so, you know, www.jessevega.com. Little bit rundown. I have upcoming remix visual that I'm working on, Be Your Face, an LGBT anthem about the power of makeup. There's an original video which was artistically directed by Haley Kiriazi, and she's actually choreographing for this new visual, which will be out for Pride season, and working on new music. There's the latest video, Take It Away. You can also vote it on the LDM network. And you can also check me out at the Independent Music Awards. I will be performing there for Take It Away, and on LDM Radio,
which is affiliated with Raw and Ready Productions on the R&R show. LDM Network, LDM Radio is all one family.
Yep, nice and raw. And keep voting for all your favorite artists, and vote for me mostly importantly.
Okay, vote for him.
Give me those damn votes.
Ladies, vote for him. If you want makeup tips, you can go to him.
Oh, yeah,
I tell you,
he
gave me the cocoa butter. It's really nice.
You already know.
Anyway, we have one more video we're going to play.
Yes, we have the Take It Away.
Right, that's your goodbye video.
Goodbye!
It's called Take It Away. Again, Jesse,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Rafael, for having
Papi.
me, and I would definitely love to come again.
Yes, I'm going to check you out at the festival. I want to check you out
Come
at
to
the
Queens Pride, June 3rd.
Yes, June 3rd. As a matter of fact, that's good because my match is June 2nd, June 3rd party.
What do you do, sumo wrestling?
No, yeah, sumo.
No.
So sumo.
I got all these nuts rolled
Sumo,
together.
sumo,
I'm trying to
sumo.
start a fire.
Flapping. And June, I'm wrestling. Is that a phone call?
Do we have a phone call? Get him on the line.
That's Charles pretending that he's a
You know what? I
engineer.
don't love you people. Y'all say y'all on call.
June 3rd is the festival. June 2nd is our match. June 5th, I return back to the stage to do my comedy. June 7th, the First Lady of R&R returns back. Melody Randrell will be back on the show. We're going to have
Who? Melody Griffin?
Melody.
Oh, no.
No, I'm sorry. Merv Griffin. Inside joke. Hello.
Inside.
All right, but listen, Jesse,
Thank
you so much for being on the show. Great guest. Future friend here. We're going to have a future star. And when we come back, of course, the family is here.
Woo!
I Know Entertainment, Clutch Bastard, Johnny D, Fetty, they're all here. We'll be right back after this.
Take it away. I always wanted this day to come. And now, it finally has. Do you feel the muse? Tech muse. I'm proving myself, this is only the beginning. Proving myself, no matter how the distance. Proving myself, let the Lord be with me. I'm proving myself. Proving myself. Proving myself. I'm proving myself. Welcome to my world. Microphone.
You took it away. I just want to